Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario, man. We are streaming live tonight, man. Apologize for the camera angle and everything like that, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Got a camera lens that is out right now. So, that's where we sitting at right now. So I have a prime lens fixed on the camera right now, 50 mil. So that's why you get the blurred background and big old me in the face or whatever the case may be. And I can't scoot that camera back any more than what it is right now. But excuse me. Definitely like the look. Very up close and personal. Or whatnot, man. So yeah, hopefully you guys doing all right, man. Hopefully some of you guys survived this winter weather mess that has been happening throughout the week and everything like that. And everything is good, man. You in the house cozying up with your laptop or being creative or doing something creatively, purposely with your time or whatnot, man. Today what we're gonna do is get in the mix in Studio One and mix down another beat session or whatnot. So if you haven't hopped in here and you're catching this back on the live stream recaps playlist and you're watching this video back and stuff like that, man, just taking you through the journey of me prepping a instrumental BeatTape, mixtape, whatever the hell you want to call it or whatnot. And we're going through the mixing journey right now. The beats are already been made. We made the beats in Reason during a beta testing phase before they introduced the pt4 format in Reason 12 or whatnot. So these beats was made in Reason 12 before pt3 was introduced. Okay, so yeah, it was made in the beta phase. I picked some beats out and now we're in mixing phase, just to let you know where we at and everything like that. So I already got the beat arranged out, tracked out like I want. So all we basically have to do is just mix this or whatnot. It seems like it's in, saying good standing for its, levels and everything like that. So we'll be applying channel strips and getting everything set up. We probably won't get through it tonight. Just running out of time, man. It seems like time is just moving fast or whatnot. But we definitely show you some ropes and everything like that. So try not to be before you guys too long as well. What I'll do is have a handy dandy timer up here so we can keep time with everything like that, and we'll set that bad boy for 60 minutes once we get started and everything like that, man. So like I said, man, we ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, but before we get up in the Studio One, man, I just want to say, man, if you interact with this channel in any type of way, that's liking, commenting, viewing, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, I just want to say thank you, man, and stuff like that. I know for me as a YouTube channel creator and everything like that, time, yes. And I think a lot of people can say, man, you got to have time to do all of this stuff. For most people that don't work and they do this full time and stuff like that, hey, man, to each his own. But, you know what I'm saying, I work a full-time job. I wake up 5:30 in the morning. Actually, 5 in the morning. I wake up 5 in the morning. I don't go to bed till 12. And half the time I'm prepping for this. I'm doing homework with kids and stuff like that, man. So, you know what I'm saying, for, you guys to, watch me do what I do and I put out the content at the rate I put it out, man, it's just a blessing. I ain't gonna even front you. So, excuse me, for you to support this channel in any type of way, I just want to say thank you, man, for real, man. Y'all stay creative too. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get up into Studio One right now. We're not gonna ramble off too much tonight, or whatnot. We got the beat timer from Curtis King and everything like that. We got it set at 60 minutes, or whatnot. We in the Ranger view and everything like that. We'll be going and transition into the mixer and getting busy and everything like that. And we'll start applying our channel strips and start working on different things if we run out of that 60-minute mark for tonight. Normally I could do 2 hours and everything like that, but if I run out of that time frame for 60 minutes, I'm gonna have to cut it short, man, because you know what I'm saying, my little boy want me to do something here in about an hour, so I gotta catch him and everything like that. But with that being said, we'll be mixing tonight utilizing this little device right here, if I could show it to you guys. It is the Korg. What this is, the Korg, what they call this shit? Nano Control Studio. I just one of my recent pickups. Well, I know it's backwards, but it's one of my recent pickups. Let me actually blow that up in a big screen for you guys. And this little thing is pretty cool, man. I have to say, very clean and sleek. You can put this in your backpack for sure, for sure. I love the minimalistic colors on it, and everything like that. This just to show you how thin this bad boy is. Let me, so the camera can focus in on it. Yeah, you see how thin this bad boy is? This is my finger right here. So just look at my fingernail and you can see how thin that bad boy is. And it integrates seamlessly with Studio One and Ableton Live. So I didn't have to do anything extra in the Korg editor. I just basically turned it on and it works. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we'll be using to control everything. You do have to watch the faders and make sure you're doing everything right, but we'll be utilizing that tonight. And we'll be getting busy, man. So with all the hip hop and hoop loop and all that other stuff, man, let's get to work, baby. All right, cool deal, man. So we're gonna throw that up. Let's see, y'all want this screen view or y'all want this view right here? We think we're gonna go with this view right here, man. Let y'all get the whole full screen or everything like that. And we're gonna go ahead and turn the main track back up to its full potential. And I'm gonna stop shutting up my mouth a little bit. Be talking throughout. Y'all know how we roll, man. Let's get it. Now the video is gonna be low as far as the audio is concerned and everything like that, man. So yeah. All right, so in this template right here, we have API template, and you can see here I got some Lindell 50 series plugins, the bus plugins on the bus tracks. So we can go with like the Universal Audio Spark plugins with the UAD API, or we can do the Lindell 50 series. I think for the drums, I think I'm gonna do the UAD, and then I'll do the Lindell 50 series on the instruments. So all my drums I think are in gold. Let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, right there, man. I think I'm gonna switch headphones on this real quick. I'm on the Slate VSX, but I'm gonna switch headphones real quick. There we go. That way I could get a vibe. All right, cool deal. So we said we was gonna use the UAD headphones. Those headphones are flat as fuck. Just to let you guys know whatnot, man. All right, cool deal, man. So yeah, so we're going to use the UAD plugins and everything like that. So let's see, I'm going to UAD X. Alrighty, and we're going to pull up the API. Oh, if I can find it, there we go. The API Vision Strip. All right, and it's gonna load it up on all the yellow tracks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 UAD channel strips. All right, cool. And as you can see, if you want to look at the CPU usage on those UAD plugins, we got 2 that are asleep or doing the plugin nap in Studio One, but these UAD plugins in its UAD X Spark subscription VST version, they only use 1 instance of CPU. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really good. So yes, you do have to pay $20, but these actually are low CPU usage, and that is hard to find right there. Now, if you use the UAD version on your, let's say, UAD interface hardware or whatnot, these are going to tax you. They're going to tax you quite a bit. All right. So just keep that in mind. But we're going to use these on the drums and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started with the drums. We're going to go ahead and find the main loop, which is right here. We're going to set a loop here, and let's move that out the way. There we go. Yeah, let's get that right there. And we're going to, let's see here, play that right there into the loop. All right, so that is our drum track right there. So we got this kick. All right, cool deal. So we're going to take the kick and the clap. I'm going to try to get a vibe for those right there. Now, before I actually get started with that, I'm utilizing the Alpine Desk Console plugin from Studio One on the submix. Okay, my submix channel is kind of like the alternative for the main channel in Studio One. So everything is routed through my submix channel, which is right here. And my doggone screen is covering that up. So let me show you guys real quick. So my submix channel is right here. So everything to the left of this track is routed into this highlighted track right here, which is the submix. So I'm controlling all of those individual tracks, which are coming into the submix. Everything is being ran through here individually on their tracks or whatnot. So what we're going to do is try to find a flavor with the API. Now I do have something that is templated in here, but we're going to try to find the right drive. I think I'm going to keep the noise at where it's at. I got the crosstalk working. And the transformer, I know I'm not going to mess with, and we'll play with the character. So character and drive is the only thing we'll play with. All right, let's go. Oh, and I got it in channel mode. All right, let's get it. So when I'm boosting the drive, seems like we're getting a little energy on the low end. About right there. I felt the kick kind of kick in my headphones. I'm gonna stop it right there. I feel like the beat is getting a little airy and a little bit getting a little bit feathery. All right, and we'll stop it right there. Okay. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and turn this mix up. Now I got it down on -12 for safety, but I want to make sure that I got a nice gain stage on all of these drum tracks right here. But I can't see the input knob. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to the wrench tool over here. We're going to click on that wrench tool and show input controls. All right, so once we show input controls, we'll have full control over the input signal coming into the mixer tracks right here. So let's go ahead and play it again. And you can see the kick and the snare. We still got like maybe a 2 dB of room, hit room. So we're going to turn up basically the drums about 2 dB. So what I'm doing now is paying attention to the channel meters just to make sure they're not clipping. So we increased the input controls by 1.7 dB. All right, so we good on that. Now what we're gonna do is just solo that, and now we should have some good gain stages. This is going to be my foundation, and if I wanted to, I can go ahead and get the 808, which is this red track, and kind of have it, you know what I'm saying, vibing with the drums. I like how that is dancing with the kick, and we'll probably sidechain that here in a few. All right, cool deal. So now what we're gonna do is increase the overall energy on the sub mix. All right, so let's go ahead and increase that energy. We're gonna go ahead and bring it down. we're gonna increase the sub mix fader until we clip in the red, and then we'll back off. Ooh, right there. So our stopping point is at negative 5.1. Yeah, negative 5.1. All right. Shout out to my one viewer. Appreciate you. So we're at negative 5.1 on the sub mix channel. So that is our stopping point. And I'm only doing this only because the listening volume on YouTube and whatnot. Otherwise, I would have kept that at negative 12, to be honest with you. But no biggie. All right, cool deal. So we still got like plenty of headroom. Okay. All right. So now we can do individual processing. Let's start with this kick right here. I think this, yeah. Here we go. So the kick has good transient. That's what I'm listening for. The only thing we could do is do some EQ moves. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Seems like we need to increase the bottom a little bit. So what we're going to do is pull up the spectrometer here. And let's see here. I'm going to put that spectrometer on the main channel. So as I'm pulling up the spectrometer, I kind of want to talk about how I kind of like do my decision making when it comes to drums and everything like that, especially with kicks. I'm listening for the bottom, the roundness of the bottom, the transient of the kick, and if it do need weight or not. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you got a nice thick kick, very punchy, which is a good thing. And you know what I'm saying? The amplitude is definitely there, but we don't have enough weight or bottom on the kick. So we need to correct that. So what we're going to do is just that. I'll go ahead and find my preset. And you could tell that this does not have a lot of weight. Just look how thin those heat, the heat, what I call is like a heat map for frequencies. But you can see that, you know what I'm saying, the lines are very thin for us to signal on this particular frequency, which is around about like 55, 56 or whatnot. You hear that boom. See how that was thick and the lines got a little bit thicker. So that's letting me know right now that the kick needs to have some weight to it. Okay, so this is one way you can read a spectrometer. You see that sound right there? Let me go ahead and freeze that for you. That little boom, here it goes. It's right here. So that little low tone kick that you heard, that's the weight of it. And you can see that the line is a little thicker than the other ones right here. So we definitely need to add some weight. So that's how I kind of make my determination on, you know what I'm saying, what's what it do and everything like that. Okay. All right, cool. So we can go ahead and just put that right there. You hear me? Let's go ahead and add some weight with just EQ by itself. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on. We're gonna put the EQ circuit in pre-dynamics. And let's read this again. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of weight right about here. I see a breaking point right here. So let's say 96 hertz. Let's go ahead and pull that back up. And this is a fixed frequency EQ, so we'll just put it on 100. So we just bumped it up one notch, which is 2 dB a gain. So we definitely have a little bit more weight, but it still makes it a little bit punchy. So we're gonna go and get some reinforcements. We're gonna go to BX sub filter. Excuse me. BX sub here. And so I use this plugin to basically give weight to kicks. All right. This is a free plugin, by the way, on Plugin Alliance website. Again, it's called BX underscore sub filter. And what I'm gonna do is that tight punch is gonna be right around there, and then the low end we're gonna add, but I already know that volume is gonna be coming in hot. So let me go ahead and bring down the gain in at about 11 and see what happens. So basically what I'm doing right now is gain staging. The low end is at -10. So once I start increasing that, the output is going to go skyrocket. So let me bring that down about -5. So we definitely got weight, but we don't have the volume. But I don't want to clip the plug-in, and I don't want to clip my track. So what I'm gonna do now is just keep it like that probably. Let me play it with the clap. Yeah, I think we should be good. This clap is really, really good. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I can't find nothing wrong with that. So we just remove that plug-in, save us some CPU resources. Can't really argue with a cowbell, 808 cowbell. So let's put these together. Let me move my, there we go. Gonna bring that 808 cowbell fader down a little bit. Bring that clap down just a hair. I like that. Now, once I'm gonna check this in mono. Clap is still a little overpowering. About right there. All right, cool. Now, what the hell is this? Oh, little vocal sample right there. We just leave that like it is. You know what? On this little vocal sample, take the plug-in off of that cowbell. What we're gonna do with this, that right there. I'm gonna add a little top end on that vocal sample. Let me actually see what that is doing there. Let me see if it hit it one more time. I'm gonna have to freeze this. All right, and we're gonna freeze that right there. So if you don't know about the spectrometer that personas have in Studio One, you can actually freeze what it is. So I'm analyzing it right here. I'm just gonna add a little top in there, about 4,000, just to give that vocal sample some little seasoning. Put that about 5. I don't think we're gonna get too much from it because it is a sample, but it brightens up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Bring that down a little bit. There we go. Put this out the way a little bit. So we got the hi-hats. Now the hi-hat's a little bit low, even though we got some increase on the channel gain right there. So what we're gonna do is turn up the line gain right here. We're gonna bump that up till it touches the yellow mark on the UAD. My bad, microphone messing up the focus there. There we go. So by utilizing this preamp, you could say preamp gain or this line gain on the UAD plugin, it's just kind of adding a little bit more character to the hi-hat sound. See if we can get a little top end popping. So got like a little right there. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can get that out of there. Yeah, it's around about that. There it is. Now we still stuck in mono, just to let you know. Get out of there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pan that hi-hat. Oh, I got it in mono, big dummy. I like it right there. So what I'm gonna do, take that cowbell, we're gonna pan that to the right a little bit. There we go. And one more thing I need to do. I noticed that I didn't even turn the goddamn EQ on the goddamn vocal sample. All right, so let's redo that again. All right, here we go. There we go. Now we hear a difference. Let's bump that up another notch. Yeah, I like that right there. All right, let's take that out. Gonna bump up that clap a little bit. Like it right there. All right, cool. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is sidechain at 808. All right, so if you don't know what sidechain is, I gotta do a video on sidechaining, a new up-to-date video for my channel on sidechaining. Think about that, Rich. Think about that. All right, so sidechaining is really simple in Studio One. If you're into mixing and all that shit right there, what you can do is hit a send. Okay, all right. You're gonna go to the category that says sidechain. All right, so this is basically gonna tell the kick track, hey, buddy, kick track, hey, where do you want to send your signal? Okay, let me say that again. Go to sends on whatever track that you're going to send signal to. Okay. In this case, we're going to send the kick to sidechain something. All right. Once you click on the plus sign underneath the send section, you're basically saying, hey, kick, I'm going to send your behind over here to whatever track it is. In this case, we're going to go to the 808. All right. And that's going to be beat stems number 3. All right. So we don't have nothing on the kick because we don't have like a plugin on there. All right. So we need a plugin in order to do what we're going to do. Okay. So in this case, I am going to use the Lindell 50 series channel on the 808. Boom. There we go. Now we can tell the kick, hey, I'm going to send this to this particular plugin on the bass channel. And so you, again, hit the plus sign on the send section for the kick, and you will see right here at the bottom, sidechain beat stem 3 insert, and this plugin that you see in the background. Okay. So basically this menu is just basically saying, okay, I see X amount of tracks with plugins that have sidechain features. If your plugin does not have a sidechain feature, it will not be listed. It will not be listed under the sidechain menu. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. So in this case, we're going to choose that. So now we're set up, and you'll notice something right here. Okay. I'm going to turn that off, and you'll notice that when we do that, when we turn that off right here, your plugin should have this button up here. If it don't have sidechain feature, it's not going to light up blue. Okay. So we're sending about -6 dB of signal to this particular plugin, but I want full volume. I want the full effect of the kick. So I'm going to put the send level on 0. Okay. You can also double check your plugin. So when you plug this plugin up and this button is not blue on the sidechain, you can also hit this and you can actually route it from there. So you can see here, beat stem 12, which is the kick. We're check off that send signal to this plugin. So you can do it like that right there. All right, cool. I hope I didn't choose it. That's why I'm gonna do a video more in depth on that. Okay. All right. So we got that set up. We got 0 dB of signal, full strength of kick going to this plugin, so we can sidechain the 808, basically push down the signal on the 808 track. All right. So what we're going to do now is locate the compressor section. In this case, I want to use the FET, and let's see here. We're going to, do we want to build? Yeah, we got more control on the BC. All right. And let's go ahead and play the 2. So what I'm locating is where's the sidechain function on this plugin. All plugins not created equal with the sidechain. So even though this plugin takes sidechain, I can't see where it's at. If it takes it, it's on here. And maybe it's not on here. Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. Let's find another API style plugin. There we go. And you'll notice when I got rid of that plugin, the send level went away. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking for a plugin that has straight up. Oh, there it is. This one does right here. All right. So this is from SoftTube. I'm just using this as a sidechain feature. Okay. All right. There's really no reason, or like, it's not like I'm doing this. It's just the AP style. I'm going for more of an AP sound on this beat. Okay. So API style for the beat. Sorry about that. So again, we're going to send that level there. And we're going to choose external sidechain. And when we hit play, that's the kick right there. There we go. So we see the kick meter, and I could tell because that kick bump, 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 bump. You know what I'm saying? Your gain reduction is gonna mirror the effect or the sound effect movement of the kick or whatnot. So you have to increase your ratio in order to see that. So I'm gonna keep it at about 5. I want a hard attack and slow release. That's how I kind of like judge my compression. All right, and I want a hard knee, and let's go with that. Now you can hear the side chaining. See how the bass is reduced because I have that threshold, like kicking ass and taking aims. We want the pumping effect. Kind of like that right there. So now the relationship between the kick and the 808 is definitely complementing itself. And this API compressor circuit on this particular plugin is really good. I'm kind of surprised. And I'm loving the drive circuit on here. I think I found a new friend for the 808 right here. Ooh, this drive circuit is nice. I've been sleeping on this one. Yeah. I like the tone of the 808. Ain't really too much we need to do with it as far as EQ. I fucks with it. So you can notice. Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So I'm going to turn up that 808 just a hair. Now that 808 has a very low frequency, so we ain't going to be able to hear like talking about, especially you on YouTube, so don't hold me against it. So basically right now we have established our foundation for the beat, 808 and drums. If we was to solo all of that, yeah. I think we got something for starters. What I'm gonna do now is change the output routing for the drum tracks, and I'm going to create a drum bus for those yellow tracks. It created a default bus here, but we're gonna move that right here, and we're gonna call it drum bus. All right, cool beans. And I got somebody chatting in the box. Shout out to you, Marvin. Get Star. What's going on, boy? Man, look, let me tell you something, Marvin, man. I want to give you a shout out, brother. You know what I'm saying? I saw you, man, since high school to a young man that you are right now, man. You've been doing your thing, producing, rapping as an artist, engineering. I've seen your growth, man. I just want to say, man, in front of all these people on YouTube, man, I'm proud of you, Marvin. Keep doing your thing, bro. Even on the back end, man. I know you probably didn't catch it, man. Keep doing your thing, big homie. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for anybody, man. Keep doing your thing. Marvin Get Started, you know what I'm saying? He is a guy when back like my third or fourth year producing, you know what I'm saying? I work with his mother at the airport, and she was like, I have a son that wanted to get into music making. He was I think he was in high school at the time, and it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I work with him and whatnot. And, you know what I'm saying? The growth. Let me tell you something. Growth. You know what I'm saying? If you keep at it, you ain't got it. This is a marathon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people jumping into this music shit, beat maker, artists, whatever you're doing in the music industry, you're trying to jump in here and get a microwavable success. It ain't going to work that way. This shit is a marathon, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take L's more than you take W's. You're going to lose money and spend money more than you're going to recoup or earn or whatnot. this day and age, you ain't gonna earn shit. You know what I'm saying? Your best time was to get in the music industry was like the late 90s, early 2000s. Right now, you know what I'm saying, you're losing more than you gaining. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You have to be kind of like a person that's been doing this for about a little bit over 10 years now in order for you to have some type of success. Because number one, you understand the transition from the old way of doing music shit and now this new way, which is all digitalized and everything like that with streaming and everything like that. So, and YouTube content and marketing, social media marketing, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. But this fella that you see name on the screen right here, man, he's been putting in the time since in high school. And, you know what I'm saying? He's doing very well for himself. And I'm just proud of that young brother. And the same thing can go for you out there. If you've been doing this more than 5 years and you're going on 10 years, it's a marathon, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is a marathon. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you really think shit gonna pop the way you think gonna pop, it ain't. I hate to say it to you, but I just believe in transparency. It's not. You're gonna go through the shit. You're gonna experience the shit. And I mean, I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't gonna pop. Your music gonna suck. People gonna say your music suck. People not gonna believe in you. People gonna say, hey man, that dude ain't this. And I still get this today. And the crazy part about it is I can confidently say, you know what I'm saying, I can come to your studio and operate your studio. When I go out of town and I need to go to the studio, I don't need an engineer. The only time I need an engineer is, okay, turn this motherfucker on so I don't fuck up your shit. You know what I'm saying? Get it set up and that's it. I don't need you to operate shit. I know how to work pretty much any DAW because they all kind of work the same to me. You see what I'm saying? Some people call that a cocky attitude. I call that experience. Because when you have experience, you really don't need the help. So why are you going to say I'm cocky? No, I'm just confident in what I do. Okay? That's for the people in the back that's looking at this video. But, you know what I'm saying? With all that's being said, though, man, you know what I'm saying? The whole point of what I was saying, though, about that young gentleman right there, man, is that, you know, he's been running the marathon. And, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of his music. You know what I'm saying? I've seen his growth, his beats, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Well reserved, but very determined. And shout out to you, big dog. And anybody out there, man, I keep telling y'all, man, keep doing what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. Get it. That's it, man. All right, we're going to get back to the music, man. I just wanted to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? We could just little talking points and everything like that. So, yeah, we created the drum bus. So now all the drums are going through here. And then from the drum bus, they're being routed into the beat bus, which is like a bus track for the beats, whatnot. So, what we're gonna do with the drum bus in the 808, I just got that running straight into the beat bus. Okay, so the drum bus, we're gonna go ahead and put some compression on there. Let's go ahead and pull up an API compressor. Excuse me. We can go with the UAD version. Let's see. I think we got that. Yeah, I think we got a 25. Yeah. So we got the UAD version, and Plug-in Alliance have their own version. Now I'm very curious to see how much CPU this particular version is using. It's using about 7. Okay. Now I want to do an A/B comparison here. So that is the UAD function. Or plug-in, the API 2500, and then Plug-in Alliance, they have their version of the 2500 that they just recently came out with last year. It's the Lindale SBC, and this particular plugin is using, where is our performance meter here? Let's see, y'all. It is using 2 to 3 instances of PC. So the UAD version uses 7. This uses about 3 right here. So if you have this plugin, this will be the better option than the UAD if you know, if PC resources is a problem. But I don't think it's going to be a problem in here. Now this bad boy is bad. Don't get it twisted. This one is really, really good. But we're just going to use the real deal on this particular track here, and we'll just do comparisons and stuff like that just to have fun. So let's do this mix together. Got a little glue going on. Okay, right there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that plugin off right there, man, and we're gonna do it with this one. Let's see what we can. So I know we had that on Very Fast Attack. We had that on 2-to-1 release. There we go. Stereo link. Woo, woo. All these are extra features that the original plugin don't have. We have a soft knee. I think we're on the new style, the feed forward style, and the filter. Let's see here. The filter was, which is the detection. I think we had that on loud. So we'll go ahead and put that right there. And the bad part about these API plugins, they don't give you the numerical value. So thank God for Studio One. They give us a numerical value right here at the top corner. So the makeup gain is 0.5 dB. I'm going to go ahead and put that on 0.5 dB right there. There we go. All right. And let's see what we got on the threshold here. We got 9.9. So I want to put this threshold on 9.9 here. Right there. There you go. All right. So let's see what we got. Let's do an A/B comparison. So this is the Lindell API 2500 bus compressor style. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, let's see if these both. Oh, this one is not on, so we ain't got nothing. So we're gonna start with the API. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna start with the UAD API. All right, now so we're gonna switch over to the Lindell. Here we go. So the same settings, different character. To me, it doesn't have the excitement that the UAD has, but it has a little bit more low end fullness. And we're about to switch over to UAD. Now this is strange. This one has that excitement to it, you know what I'm saying? Like the harmonics of it is a little bit brighter. And it seems like the mid-range it has that mid-range harmonics to it. Switch. Gonna switch again. Man, this is tough. Let's do it in the mix, y'all. All right, switch. You see what I'm saying? This has more of that low end harmonics. And it has like this width to the sound. Where we at on that time? Oh, we didn't even start that bitch. But we about 50 minutes in, so we good, man. But yeah, getting back to this compressor, it has like this width to it, you know what I'm saying? And this very low end harmonics that's really, really good. So we're gonna switch back over to the UAD. Okay, so my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it should matter because I'm the one listening to the actual audio and you're listening to a more of streaming audio, whatnot. But what I'm hearing though is that the UAD API 2500 is like it has everything you need in there. Not too much of the stereo width in the frequency spectrum or the harmonics or whatnot. It's not as wide as this one, but this one has that width. This one has that low end, but it's kind of missing the mid range and the top end on the harmonics. So it's kind of like if you're looking for that top end or mid range to top end sound, you may want to go with this one. If you're looking for more of the low end, you may want to go with this one. So I have two different styles of 2500 API style compressors that I could choose from. It just depends on what do I need. Do I need more low end or in the width, or do I need more mid range and top end and stuff like that? So let me do a test one more time. Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt, it's gonna be this one. This one just feels the mix like it needs to. There's not a right one or a wrong one or whatnot. They both serve the purpose really, really well. I really can't tell the difference as far as, this one sounds better or whatnot. They both plugins, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about what's going to fit the mix. Always keep that in mind. No plugin, no hardware is created equal, but at the same time, you want to use a plugin that's going to fit the mix. You know what I'm saying? Why you think they have like so much SSL bus style compressors? You know what I'm saying? All of them do the same goddamn thing. They all look the same goddamn way, but you know what I'm saying? They all have this different characteristics. Some are coded better, some are not coded better. But, you know what I'm saying? You can use the one that's in Personas, the native plugin, the bus compressor, and it may fit the mix better than the waves. It may fit the mix better than the UAD. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. I think that's the misconception and the misperception of, you know what I'm saying, plugins when a lot of people are using that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going with the trend of, man, everybody using this. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put yourself in that category and your way of thinking of everybody using this. It's what your ears hear. Because these make the money. You know what I'm saying? The plugin don't make it. All right? Because you already spending money on a subscription or buying it. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to make the plugin, make it do what it do and hear that. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Lindell SBC. I love the way the API on the UAD really, really sounds, but it's not cutting the cheese on this mix. It's basically sucking the low end out of my drums. So this one has that low end I'm looking for and also that width. So the harmonics that I'm missing out on, I could just go with a linear phase EQ, be done with it. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go ahead with it. Matter of fact, we're gonna go with a clean EQ. Let's see what I want to work with. Just looking for some EQs here. See what I want to rock out with. Yeah, let's go with this one right here. Yeah, let's go with this one. Cool. I like what that's doing right there. All right, cool deal. So I'm gonna stop it right there. I like what it's doing on the top end. I'm gonna lower those hi-hats. This is the Noise Ash Neve 533, which is the emulation of a Neve Neve Portico. Forget what the model number EQ is, but it's a Portico EQ. Man, this motherfucker right here, shit, I caught this on sale 2 years ago. Christmas sale, $50 intro sale. And I pull this up pretty often on the bus compressor. It's like putting Tony Satcheries on your food, man. It's the seasoning, bro. So, but the real reason I got it though, man, it just really sounds good on your shit, man, or whatnot. So, what we're gonna do is lower that hi-hat. It's cutting through the mix a little bit too much. Now most people what they would have done is EQ the hi-hat, but I like what the brightness is doing when I added this this dB of high mid frequencies around 7.7. I like what that was doing. However, the hi-hat is too loud, and that's the sound coming into the plugin. So why would I EQ that highs out? That's the methodical thinking. Hey, just EQ the highs out, find that frequency and cut it out of there or whatnot. But that's gonna take away the vibe, the tone, and the characteristic of the highs when I could just turn that down and still get that, you know what I'm saying, that frequency boost that we just did on the EQ. So sometimes it's not about just EQing every motherfucking thing. You also got to think about, hey, track fader, static mixing. Static mixing is basically an old school way of EQing, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the Gap in the 50s and 60s when they had these consoles, they didn't really have outboard processing. So you had to come in with the right sound and adjust that on the faders. You know what I'm saying? So some of those old school techniques still work for today. So we're just going to turn down those hi-hats. And you can just basically hear it's just too loud. You feel me? I'm going to go ahead and put that in mono. Like it right there. Cool. So that does it for me, man. I don't over, like, I used to over mix a lot of times. I used to over mix, but now I mix with the vibe, man. And I'm using like maybe 2-3 plugins on each track, and that's it. I'll be seeing a lot of people with all these plugins because they're trying to get the vibe. You get that tone and vibe in the production. But then again, a lot of people don't produce a lot of beats, so I can understand why you're using 5, 6, 7 plugins to make that bitch sound good. So, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, I understand where that come from. But if you produce your own tracks and you mix your own tracks, you know how stuff needs to sound. And then when you go into the mixing phase, it's just basically sweetening things up or whatnot, man. So, yeah, everything's good on my end with that. Oh, one more thing we're gonna do is want to add a little excitation to this. Now we can go different ways. We can use the knock plugin from Decap, or we can use some saturation. And I think we're gonna go with the knock plugin from Decap. And the reason why I've been using this a lot lately, it's just been doing a real fucking good job, man. I can't even front you, man. You get transient punch, you get saturation, which actually is really motherfucking good. Sub, you get the sub right here, so you could take all those low frequencies and blend them up together and get a real good sub frequency and push that out of there. The air, which is going to bring out that hi-hat perfectly, and it's going to all make sense. That's why I turned it down, and so you can use sweetening processors or exciters on your drum bus really to bring out the nuances of the drum bus and the high end. And then we got a built-in clipper right here. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that just right there. What the hell's going on with my motherfucking goddamn plug-in? You dirty bastard. Oh my god, it crashed my session. That sucks. We'll see where we end up here. Hopefully the autosave didn't go back too far. That's why I talk on my stuff, so I don't have to go back and recall too much information. Let's pull this up. It's going to ask us, do we want to open up the backup file? Yes, sir. Sorry about that, y'all. It caught me slipping. All right, cool, man. So it did revive where we stopped at with the plugin right here. Yep. All right, cool. So we got to the point where, let's see if we needed to make an adjustment on that hi-hat. Yeah. So yeah, we need to turn that hi-hat down again. So let's just do that again. Funky bastard. There we go, man. All right, so let's go ahead and save this bitch over the original song session. There we go. All right, there we go. Now we back in the saddle. Now we can pull up the knock plugin. Kind of don't want to pull that bitch up again, but we're gonna do it because we gotta stay committed. Bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah. So we got a problem. And I just updated that hoe. Well, I was gonna show you that, but I guess not. So we can do that. We can build our own knock plugin. That's not a problem. You dirty bitch. It doesn't crash Ableton Live, but there's a bug with Studio One. Because I use it all day long in Ableton Live when I'm building my tracks and everything. I use it in Ableton Live a lot and Reason a lot. So there's a Studio One bug. It's all good. There we go. All right, cool. So we're picking up back where we was. No worries. Let's do this. We was gonna do it. We was primarily gonna use the saturation for it. So fuck it. Y'all want to see something new? I'm gonna use Loop Trotter. Saturate. It's a pretty goddamn good saturation plugin. I've been using it a lot on a lot of different things. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna saturate this and then we're gonna clip it because that's what I really was gonna use it for, clipping. So I'm gonna saturate this first, add a little bit of drive and harmonics to this drum track. There we go. All you need is a little bit on this bitch. And I'm just gonna match up the intensity here. There we go. All right, cool. Talk about what I did. I added a little bit of drive right here on the input circuit. There's a mix button. I bump up that mix. It's by default, it comes on 50. I bump it up to 57. I never had to go past like 60%. It's normally right here around the 1 o'clock position. And then the magic button, you ain't really got to add that much because the drive saturation circuit is really doing the job right there. Play with a little bit of gain compensation to find, the right flavor for the sound that you're looking for. And that's it. That's all you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't use none of this shit over here because I have other processors that can do the same goddamn thing. That's it, man. There it is. All right, and then we're going to get a clipper. So speaking of the knock, we're going to use the knock clipper. Maybe this bitch won't crash, all right? But this motherfucker uses a lot of CPU usage. In Ableton Live it does, but in Studio One it doesn't. Decap, you need to check your designers and coders, and they need to talk about this. All right, so we're gonna use the clipper and we're gonna add a little bit of clipping just to give it a little bit more excitement and a little bit of edge that I'm looking for on the drums. So what we're gonna do is, let me drive back the output, and I'm gonna drive back the mix. All right, here we go. There we go. Just a little bit, not too much. All right, cool. And let's do this. Kick is hitting a little bit too hard. Let me go ahead and calm that down real quick. I like how this sounded right here. We can add a little bit of sweetener to it. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the Lindell 50 channel strip, which is another version of an API channel strip. And we're gonna bring out what we can with that. I'm gonna utilize the 560 EQ circuit. All right, so basically I kind of scooped out of that low mid range right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and compress it a little bit. So just that little bit of compression added a little bit weight to it. I'm just gonna randomize my plug-in right there. And you can see on the output meter, we need to turn up the fader. All right, and from there, we got our gain staging back right here on the in and out meters. Now we can control it on the channel track. I like how that's gelling right there. That right there, we're gonna put a little stereo separation on there. So we're gonna go to this SSL goddamn freaking Fusion stereo imager. I love this bad boy right here. And we're gonna pull up the spectrometer again. All right, and there's a reason why we're gonna do what we do. See all of that right there? Right there. It stops right here. All your information is above Everything else is bullshit. So the crossover frequency right here is at 311. So what we're gonna do here is this shuffle button is basically like a crossover point. So we said what, 311? So everything above 311 is gonna be processed. There we go. All right, cool. I'm cool with that. And let's solo that. There we go. Now this bitch starting to shape up. All right, let's go with the Lindell 50. Gonna bring out some of that top end on the EQ of the string. And I tell people all the time, man, don't be afraid of EQ. There is somewhat of a non-invasive rule of thumb. The cut is to bring out certain things. But if you need to add a vibe, a presence, a character, I don't know, you need to add something to the track, you ain't gonna get it out of cut. Cuts with EQ are more problematic and you need to get rid of something. Just think of it that way. But if you really need to give it flavor, character to the sound, to the mix, definitely boost. Gotta be careful, don't overdo it. We don't need to compress, don't need to use the gate. Think we're good right there. Let's turn it down a little bit. Bring it back in the mix. Let's check it in mono. Go ahead and turn that drum bus down. And turn that 808 down. Checking your stuff in mono really helps. I could definitely account for that. All right, let's bring it back in stereo. Telling y'all, man, check your mixes in mono. It solves phases issues, volume issues, or whatnot. You'll be amazed how much of the mid-range information can overpower your side information. So check your mixes in mono, bro. Sorry if I haven't looked at the screen, if you said anything, if you're watching, appreciate you. Bring that out right there. Yeah, that 3132 pair. I like that right there. Let's check that in mono. Yeah, right there. We're on point. Alright, and let's do this one right here. So we got 2 guitars. All right, baby. So we made it to the guitar section. We make it good on time. So these 3 green tracks is the guitar section. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of that loop right there, and let's get the whole experience of the beat. We definitely need a delay on that damn guitar. Alright, I think we're gonna get to the good stuff. Let me do this real quick. I'll show y'all something new. I got a video just sitting on my hard drive. I haven't really put it into a upload format just yet. I recorded it. But this right here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just crack the ice with this one right here. This is a secret weapon, man. I don't think a lot of people know about it. This is called the oven. A lot of people say they got sauce plugins. This is subtle sauce, man. This is more like liquid smoke for barbecue. This is good. It's real good. You got to be careful when you're using it, because if you overdo it, you can burn shit. But this is real good. So what we're gonna do? This is almost. It's not an exciter. It's not an EQ. It's not a saturator. But it's all of that and blended together in one plugin or one device. This is actually a real piece of hardware. It's called the oven, from Mayor Applebaum. You can go on Plugin Alliance website, look up this plugin, backstory on it and everything. I never knew about this or whatnot, but it's a $5,000 piece of hardware. They put in a plugin form, and I mean, they normally use this in country western music and let's just say the white folk music. They normally use this. I haven't seen this in the hip hop music community or whatnot, but we're gonna try it on this track right here. It's the liquid smoke for your barbecue meat. I had to say that. So we're gonna. I feel like at this point right now, saying in between right here, this let me know like we're missing something. We have individual processing on everything but the guitars. I'm not worried about the guitars. But everything else is like it's missing something. We need like an EQ, but the EQ is going to really overdo the mix. I think it's going to overprocess the mix. So we're going to use this and see what we can pull out of here. So I'm going to play this at the end of the hook. We're going to play this section right here. I don't even want to fuck with the hook. Fuck you, hook. Yeah, that part. And we're just going to focus on the verse part. And watch this plugin. I guarantee it's gonna pull out some frequencies that's just gonna make this bitch sound good. Let's go. And I'll tell you how this plugin works here in a jiffy. Ooh, I like what that was doing right there. That fucking kick is killing me. We need like some reverb on that kick. On all those drum tracks. Reverb, some delays. Now, we're gonna run that back right. Like, check this out. I'm gonna bypass this plugin. Now check this out, y'all. Hold on, let me put it back on low calibration mode. You ain't really gonna hear too much, right? Now check this out. Even in low calibration mode. You hear like something is missing out of the mix when it's off? It just does something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it on low calibration mode. So low calibration mode is basically, you know what I'm saying, how much gain. It's kind of like gain compensation, you know what I'm saying, how much signal you're driving into the plug-in. Now, this is called the oven, okay? So everything in here is like oven, cooking, stovetop terms or whatever. You have the temperature. Temperature is basically going to be like the input drive for like saturation. So basically you want a hotter signal coming into the plug-in. Cook is going to be like more of, okay, we're going to give you more harmonic saturation, you know what I'm saying? And you have these switches called bake and broil, you know what I'm saying? So as you turn it up, you can bake or broil the signal, or you can use an electric stove or a gas stove. But there's no shit. Reading the manual, they really don't describe things. You have to kind of use your imagination. Like bake. When you bake something, it's warm, it's soft, but broil is gonna be hard, brittle, a little burnt, a little on the crispy side. You see what I'm saying? So it's how much of, you know what I'm saying, that right there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand terminology in audio. Okay, electric and gas stove. Electric is gonna be straight up, you know what I'm saying, instant, you know, it's not as gonna be as hot and flammable as a gas stove, for example. You know what I'm saying? You put your finger on there, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be, ooh, hot, hot, hot. No, it's gonna be you burned yourself. You got a 3rd-degree burn or something like that, all right? The burners is basically gonna be low burn, mid burn, and top burn. You can look at this kind of like a 3-band EQ, and then you have burn types right here on these switches right here. So low burn type, mid burn type, top burn type. So basically, you know, switch those, use your ears and everything like that. But to me, it's more like a 3-band EQ, low, mid, highs. All right. The sizzle is just basically going to be like top end presence that you're adding on there. Be careful with that because it will add some. And your Bunsen burner, I'm not exactly sure if you had chemistry in high school, but Bunsen burner is that little one thing that's got that one flame that light up that little bowl, that glass or whatnot. So that's gonna add a little bit more sizzle, top end sizzle or whatnot. You got a sizzle type, and then flow is basically it's basically the output signal. You're controlling the output signal. So give you an example. If this is a little bit too hot for you, you turn down the flow. You see what I'm saying? So we could turn that down a little bit. I mean, just maybe 0.2 of a decibel. And I like how that sound right there. So that was kind of like what we was missing right there. I'm running out of time. I gotta go downstairs and do something or whatnot. But we're gonna just hit up these EQs on the we're gonna just adjust the levels on these guitars, and we'll take it from there, man. I don't want to show you the whole process, but you know what I'm saying, as we do these live sessions and everything like that, you'll see a little bit, so or whatnot. So we got this main guitar here. This sorry, it's these two. We're gonna go ahead and put the mix in mono. So when we bring the delay on there, the delay is basically what I'm gonna do is open that delay up to do stereo. Now I may do a part 2 on this particular session, probably tomorrow. I just didn't have time this evening to do this or whatnot, so I'll probably pick this up on tomorrow. But we're gonna open up the delays on here, and then these 2 tracks I have them a different color green because I have those busts to this track right here. So when I came out of Reason, this is the effect track. Actually, this is a blend of both of these right here. So this needs to go to the guitar bus as well. All right, there we go. All right, so this was some type of guitar effect I had on here as far as the delay. All right, and it's blending in with these 2 right here. So if I was to turn this track up, you hear that delay? So that is a printed delay from Reason. So I don't necessarily have to add delays. I could just turn that bad boy up. So let's go here. All right, let's put this in mono. So the guitars are pretty much overpowering everything else in this mix in the hook. So we're gonna go to the guitar bass and then we'll have more control of the volume there. Turned it down like a dB. Now to glue everything together on the sub mix, we're going to basically use a compressor. Now we're gonna pull out this new joint that came out on Monday. It's called the AMIC mastering compressor. This is a new joint right here. Pretty cool compressor. I'm not familiar with the real hardware for this, but this is a previous hardware version of the AMIC mastering compressor. It's not like your traditional compressors and everything like that. It works a little bit strange. I had to watch the video a couple of times in order to make it make sense to me, but you do have a ratio knob, threshold knob, output, headroom, dry wet mix knob, and but your attack and release times are a little bit different. So the green knob is going to be for timing, peak is going to be for peak, fast is going to be for fast. So your fast, it's basically kind of like this. You have a slow compressor, excuse me, a slow tube compressor type of circuit. Peak is going to be more your modern type of compressor circuit, and fast is going to be something like a FET. But you see these green, red, and yellow. The relative hysteria is something totally different. I didn't understand it in the video, and it seemed like they didn't use it at all because I watched, I think it was Micah Breyer, brother, Chris Breyer. He used it. He utilized it in 2 songs, and he didn't really use the relative hysteria. I didn't find it effective for anything or whatnot, but what was used a lot was timing, peak, and fast. It's a combination of 3 compressor circuits with different type time variables or whatnot. Of course, it's very common sense. You know what I'm saying? Fast, peak, which is going to be the fastest, and timing. And what it does is it blends those 3 circuits together to get you kind of like this different type of compressor vibe, sound, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. It's really not hard. It looks confusing, but it's not hard. Okay. So we're going to kind of play around with this and get a glued sound, and we're going to get the hell up out of here tonight. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this from the verse, and I'll play the last part of the hook. And just to give you a bird's eye view of the Amic master and compressor, I'll put this on a 2-to-1 ratio. Yeah, there we go. And let's get busy. Normally, and I played with this earlier, they have it like this, and you would think it goes green, red, and yellow, but in actuality, the functionality on the circuits and everything is green, yellow, and red. So kind of like a traffic light moving from the bottom. Green, yellow, red. All right, let's go. So when you're seeing these green waves, that is basically the slow circuit, okay? So you basically want to get the pumping to kind of have that boom, 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 boom. Them green waves are actually the compression that's actually going on, right? Okay. So that is a very, very slow timing. All right, now we're going to go to fast. Now it's going to blend the fast circuit with the slow circuit. If we exaggerate that, now you see the blend of the fast circuit. And this, I haven't even adjusted the threshold yet. I'm just adjusting the timing because we got a lot of signal coming into the compressor, right? Now you notice the signal, the energy is off, right? Actually introducing this fast circuit is actually adding a punch to the mix. And the slow circuit is doing more of a glue. Now, when I add the peak, my assumption is it's going to catch the peaks, and it's going to be very rapid. There it is. So you hear that kick, pop, 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 pop. I'm going to use that peak for that. You see? Now, the good thing about this is you can hear what you're doing. Hit the ambient button in the middle, so you can really hear what your compression is doing. Yeah. Now this is gonna be really, really good because now instead of listening to everything, you can hear how much compression you're doing. So I'm listening to this like it's the trunk of a car. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm judging it. And this is straight incoming signal, so we haven't really used the threshold knob just yet. Now check this out. I'm gonna use the threshold knob. too much compression. Just a little bit. Oh, I like what that 12 was doing. Now what I'm gonna do is we'll go ahead and turn the plugin off. 7, 8. Man, I like what that did. So we need to make up some gain. Not a problem. So you can hear that peak circuit. You can hear a little bit of that fast, so we're backing off right now. Now I'm going to use the headroom. Ooh, that did it right there. We had a little bit too much compression because it was crossing over in this area, but we had that fine line right there. So I'm really digging this right here. That's it right there. So making that headroom adjustment, it kind of does something with the how much compression you're using. I forget how plugin Alliance utilizes headroom on your plugin or whatnot, but basically it's kind of like it kind of basically makes up your headroom or whatnot. So let's see here, for like your income signal ratio to the outcoming signal of the plugin. But by increasing the headroom, it basically reduced some of that compression that we had going on. But it glued it really, really, really good. Gonna back off on the output a little bit. There it is. And you can see the compression right here. We ain't got too much going on. So yeah, that sounds pretty goddamn good, man. Cool beans, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Get up out of here. And everything like that. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. What to see? Ain't nobody on the chat. Ain't nobody watching. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. If you catch the live stream situation and everything like that, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys have a good weekend out there. But whatnot. Stay creative, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay creative, stay creative, stay creative, man. This is the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Once the warm weather run around, people gonna trying to get busy and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is right here. We're kind of like halfway through the project right now as far as what I'm gonna put out and everything like that. I said I was probably gonna do a part 2 on what it is or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? We're just creating content at this point right now, but definitely having you guys walk through my process and everything like that as far as just mixing and preparing for different projects or whatnot. I will not share the mastering process because I may not master my mixes. I just may turn the volume up to the lufts, and that's it. Because really, some of this stuff that really don't need mixing. You just put a limiter on the on the output, you good, man. Speaking of that, let's do that real quick. We're gonna go ahead and put a limiter on the sub mix and see if it's gonna mess up anything what we got going on real quick. All right, so we just took a little visual break. Let's get back to it just real quick. Let me just add that part in there real quick. Let me turn that volume back up. I'm gonna use K-Clip from Casaraga. That's a nice compressor, right? Nice limiter right there, yeah, boy. Yes, sir. All right, so that's clipping right there. You can see the visual representation there. Let's speed that up a little bit. So you can see that clipping because I adjusted the threshold. We retain back our signal. That's the volume coming into the track. So we don't need volume coming in. We got a good hefty volume coming in. Let's go ahead and do the threshold. I like it right there. Like what that's doing. I like what that's doing. I bet, man. So yeah, I like what K-Clip is doing. All right, so we got that right there, and then what I'm gonna do next is just basically on my time, I'm gonna go ahead and add the effects on there. We basically got a pretty much a good mix and everything like that, man. So yeah, everything sounds good. And that's it, man. I don't over process. I think the guitars just need some effects on it, but as far as tone wise, I think it's really, really good. I may hit a compressor on that guitar track, and they really don't need that. Yeah, don't really need that at all. Yes, sir. So yeah, we already gave the outro and everything like that, man. So again, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, rocking with your boy Super Mario in the yo with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go ahead and like this video if you like this video, man. And also subscribe to the channel if you like the channel and the content on here, man. We try to keep everything 100% authentic, you know what I'm saying? From the talk to the content to the walk and everything like that, man. And I was just here and I'm glad to help anyone understand music production, audio production to its fullest extent or whatnot, man. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, do the gloating and everything. I do this as a job. So, you know what I'm saying, YouTube is just a way to share knowledge and everything like that. But I do a lot of stuff, audio outside of here, including my 9 to 5. So know a little bit about what I'm doing. If you really don't know who I am a as my deceased friend used to say, a degreed audio engineer. I just know a little bit, man, here and there, man. I've been doing it for a while. So, you know what I'm saying? If you find this video useful, man, I'm just glad it helped you out, man, or whatnot, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Y'all be easy out there, man. Catch y'all on the flip side. I think the next live stream, we may switch it up and do some more production. And we got some videos coming out, man. So make sure you stay tuned into that. We do YouTube shorts here and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully we can hold on to TikTok, but seems like TikTok ain't gonna be around here pretty longer. So YouTube Shorts is in line, in play, ready to go, man. That's another conversation and stuff like that. But until next time, man, God bless you, man. You stay creative out there, man. This has been your boy Super Mario, man. We're gonna go on here and get up out of here, man. Peace. I'll let the beat play out, man, for y'all. I'm gone, man. Go get me some water and lay my ass down.